So, what are your earliest memories from Lebanon?
My whole childhood.
What was your childhood like?
Grew up in a family with three other brothers and three sisters. Middle class family. With the exception of my two oldest brothers. We all college. My parents insisted that we finish our college and had a really good childhood. And, except when the war broke up, it was kind of took away my young adult years and I wish it was different, but it wasn't.
Mm-hmm. So, when you left Lebanon for America, where did you first settle?
I originally came into America. We have a distant relative that lived in Brooklyn, New York, and
What relation was he?
long family relative of my mother that I never met before. Him and his family had a grocery store where they live above the store. He owned the building, so the grocery store was downstairs and his apartment was upstairs. And his wife was also Lebanese, and they had three young kids. Their oldest was 10 years old, but I did not like Brooklyn, so went to Denver, Colorado.
Mm-hmm. How did that work out?
For 3 months. I as much as I liked Denver, I just did not like the weather. The weather didn't suit me well, so a friend of mine suggested that I come in and spend Christmas with them, and that was Christmas of 1981. They lived in Daly City, which is a suburb of San Francisco, and right when I got picked up from the airport, I just fell in love with the Bay Area, and it's been my home since then.
What about the Bay Area drew you so much?
Mostly the diversification of the people that lives in the Bay Area, the weather, the beauty of the Bay Area. The weather reminds me of, even though it's not a seasonal weather, it's not a four-season weather, however, it's similar to the weather we have in Lebanon, and
oh, really?
It to some extent. It's not.
Isn't the Bay Area known for being cold?
The Bay Area is not cold.
Or I didn't want to be ignorant here, but the Middle East is known for.
Lebanon actually is a seasoned country. You could ski in Lebanon from mid-November, late November, all the way to February, and sometimes in March. It depends what the winter is like. But yes, it does get hot during the summer and humid. But we do have the Mediterranean Ocean, where you could swim about 4 or 5 months out of the year.
Mm-hmm. And so you settled at that point and have been here ever since?
I've been in the Bay Area ever since. I finished my schooling, graduated from a small university called Lincoln University. Took some classes at San Francisco State.
Classes in what?
I took biology and statistics, because the school I graduated from didn't offer them, and they were mandatory to get my degree.
What was your degree in?
I graduated in business.
Mm-hmm. And I should have asked this earlier, but where do you work in now?
Today I'm in the automobile industry. I work for an organization called Putnam Automotive in Burlingame, California, which is about 10 miles south of my house.
That's a dealership?
It's an automobile dealership.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been at that job?
I've been in the car industry for 25 years.
Mm-hmm. Next question. When you first came to America, were there any difficulties?
The language, the culture,
Can you say more about that, the culture?
The fact that I came from a culture where we're family oriented, a lot of relative. I come from my immediate family on my mother's side. I had 4 aunts and 5 uncles and about 25, 30 cousins, and we lived within 2 miles square of each other's. And the first 6, 7 months, I got homesick, and the food, the living on my own, and it was a little difficult. And even though Lebanon is a very democratic country, and we've been exposed to a lot of Western civilization and Western culture, San Francisco was a little culture shock. The diversity in everything around the city, but gradually I adjusted, and I consider myself a native today.
We fully adjusted to American culture.
Yes.
And how long did it take you to learn the language?
I was very fortunate that when I was in Denver, Colorado, I went to a school that for 8 hours a day we studied English, and it was mandatory to live with an American family, part of the course I was taking, and I felt comfortable with the language. Probably in a year I felt really good about it, and again, I wasn't being in the Bay Area where a lot of people, English was not their first language, made me kind of comfortable not to be concerned that I have an accent, because a lot of people did. A lot of people didn't have the good command of the English language.
So you had an accent when you first came here?
Yes, I did.
And it doesn't really sound like you have it anymore. How long did it take you?
Well, I have been in this country for 33 years. My wife is an American. She's a native. And we don't speak Arabic in my household. We speak English. I socialize very little with Lebanese. So my first language in the state is English. That's what I speak most of the time.
Just a question about the accent. Is it? I'm just curious for my own benefit. Is it something losing an accent? Did you have to make an effort to do that, or does it just come naturally with speaking the language?
No, I did. I did want it to. I wanted to have a good command of the English language. I thought it would be helpful in my business career. I thought it would be. It would be a good thing to do.